Alright, hey guys, what's up? This is Solomon. Right now I'm in Guangzhou, China with my buddy Hamza over here.
Welcome, Solo.
Yeah, so today I'm going to actually ask him how's life being a university student and an international student in Guangzhou, China, and just like what to expect. Like, I'm sure many people are just interested in like studying in China because they have a lot of nice programs for international students that want to come here. So yeah, I'm just going to ask you some questions like what to expect, like being an international student. How do you like living here? How much is the tuition? So let's jump in it, alright?
Sure, my pleasure. Let me answer your question. Any question you want, answer.
Yeah, if you guys have any questions too, just let me know in the comment section below, and I'll ask him, and maybe we can even make a part 2 of this video.
Absolutely. If we get like more reaction of this topic, and we find like people requiring more questions, for sure we're gonna do a second part of it.
Alright, awesome. Let's jump in it. So, question number 1 is, what are you studying in China?
So I studied medicine in China, Western medicine.
Western medicine,
yeah, and it's not an MD program as is known for you all. It's not an MD, it's an MBBS program. MBBS stands for like Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Surgery.
Okay.
So, yeah. And that's equal to MD, by the way.
Oh, okay.
It's the same as MD, but different name.
But you still have to do the recertifications if you want to become
Absolutely.
You want to like practice in America.
Yeah, absolutely. That has its process, but it's kind of complicated because it's like medicine is quite serious, very very serious, guys. And if you want like study from one country and then you go and transfer to another country to work, it's very complicated but it's doable.
Definitely, every country has their own medical system.
Yeah.
Got that. What's the admission process like?
So the admission starts just right after the Chinese New Year, which is around February, March, that time. So you first contact the university as well. You have to look which university fits you more, because China is very big and every university has its ranking in China. So the ranking in China is quite very important. You don't want to go to a very low ranked university in China. So you go.
Well, what's the difference between like a higher ranking university versus a low? Is it like just the location, or?
Well, the answer to that question, I think I can tell you is that for international study you can't feel it. It's the same process, same program everywhere you go in China. But the difference will appear in the Chinese program, where like the Chinese students, when they admit to that like high ranked university, of course the teaching is better, the professors, they speak better English for sure in high ranked universities.
Oh, okay. That's
yeah.
And also the tuition is different too, yeah?
Tuition is of course more expensive if it's high ranked university.
So how many years is your program?
My program is 6 years in total. So as you know, guys, for medicine is you have the theoretical part and the practical part, like clinical part. So the theoretical in China is the first, second, and third. That's the heavy theoretical one.
Like when you're studying inside the classroom.
Yeah, where we actually inside the lecture hall we get professor talks. We just like write in some notes and then also of course we watch some videos and stuff. And then it starts from 4th. We start like goes to some lectures in the hospital, and then 5th more hospital, and then 6th is internship, where you're full time in the hospital, going from department to different departments.
So it's 6 years, and then you go like after you get your bachelor's degree, like 4 years in university, or can you start from high school?
I finished high school and then I came.
Okay, and what made you decide to study medicine in China? Like,
exactly, that's a very interesting question, because I get this question from my Chinese friends, like, why do you come to China to study Western medicine?
Yeah, because like I'm from America, and actually Chinese people come to I'm from Michigan, so a lot of Chinese people actually come and study medicine in Michigan. So I'm curious, why would someone come to China and study? You
actually, when we met first time, he also asked me, why would you come here to study medicine? I was like, first thing I want to clarify. I study here Western medicine, so I didn't see people come here to study Chinese medicine, where like a lot of like.
Yeah, because there's 2 types. There's Chinese medicine, like one hand, and another hand is
Western medicine.
Western medicine, yes, and it's some things could be similar, but it's like totally different. Like one like deals with like herbs and more like natural stuff, and then Western medical is more like what deals with like chemicals.
Of course, like we have surgeries and stuff in Chinese medicine. There is no like surgery. We have like, I think, just rehabilitation thing where you prevent things from happening, I think, like that. And
I see, like get some rest.
Yeah.
Drink hot water.
Yeah, absolutely. That's number one.
Tea.
Drink hot water.
Yeah, tea.
Drink more hot water.
Yeah, in China, people always say like if you're not feeling good or uncomfortable, drink hot water. By the way, we're getting a little bit off topic right now.
All right, so let's get back to the question: is why I have decided to come over to China.
Yes.
Number one reason is I want to pursue my dream, being a doctor, medical doctor. So of course, as I'm from Sweden, I wanted to go somewhere close to my family, and unfortunately, it happened, but it happened quite late after I got to China. I got admitted in Poland. I think many of you guys, viewers, know that a lot of Swedish students go to Poland to pursue their dream, becoming doctors. So I got admitted after I decided to come to China. So number two reason I came to China is, of course, it's cheaper tuitions. I don't need to take loans to study medicine.
Okay, like how much is the tuition per year?
So the tuition per year is in total of 48,800.
Okay, I'll put that up on the
RMB.
screen and let you guys know how much it is.
Yeah, and of course it gets like more and more expensive every year. So I remember my seniors who came to the university in 2012, 13, they paid until now they're paying like 36,000.
Well, so did you have to like take a loan out, or are you on a scholarship?
Well,
or?
for me, I'm self-funded, so I don't take a loan. I think 48,800 is very, very cheap. Pretty
Yeah,
cheap
compared
for a
to
medical
American,
student.
yeah,
Yes,
for
very,
America,
very affordable.
medical student have to definitely take out a loan unless if they're very rich. But most medical students in America are not very rich, and definitely will have to be in debt after they are finished with that. And their program is 8 years. You said your program is 6 years.
6 years, yeah.
Well, okay, and you don't have to go to a 4-year. Sorry, in America it's 8 years. 4 years bachelor's degree, and then 4 years medical school. So in total, it's 8 years after high school.
Yeah.
But you have 6 years. So that's,
6 years, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
There's also in my area, there's also 8 years program where you can get the PhD degree. So you have 6 years of medicine, you complete that, and then 7, 8, that's research program.
Okay.
I think also in America you have that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not really
Graduate
familiar,
PhD,
so
graduate
familiar with the
PhD,
medical schools
Yeah.
in America. And then, okay, so basically you said the tuition is cheaper. That's one of the reasons. Like tuition is cheaper. That's one of the reasons you came
Yeah.
here. Another
Second
reason
reason
was.
First reason I want to pursue as being a medical doctor. I think that's very important. Is the
Yes.
motivation. Why would you spend 6 years of your life being far away from family? Whatever country it is, it's just you're going far from your family. It sucks, but you have to do it. The reason why you want to do it. The second reason, of course, cheap tuitions. The third reason I can pretty much say that, you know, Chinese culture really, for me, thinking about China before was like mysterious thing. I just
Definitely.
see it on TV. I know it's like Shanghai, Hong Kong. It's like very pretty, and I wasn't that much.
Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan.
Yeah, all that stuff. Of course, everybody like knows Chinese kung fu, of course.
Yeah, very nice over here.
So yeah, I kind of thought, oh, it's gonna be exotic to go to China. And it's like motivating in such a way. I want to go to China to study medicine. It's kind of you get two in one.
Yeah, you get to learn a new like culture, and then also you learn new culture, language, and also just medicine.
Yeah,
You get your degree.
absolutely.
So
So yeah, that's why I came to China.
It's something different.
Very different. You don't have so many people like, come to China to study medicine. Most of the people come here, most of the people come here maybe to study some other programs like Chinese language, which some of them last like 2 years, some of them last 4 years, and some also study here engineering. But yeah,
That's cool. And like, do you know anybody who like, can you get scholarships or?
Oh yeah, there is a scholarship. Actually, every university has different kind of scholarships. So our university in
for
Guangzhou,
international students, right? Just
Yeah.
to clarify.
yeah, for international. So
Okay.
our university, they offer the scholarship for the East Asian countries. So let's say they
Thailand.
yes,
Indonesia.
yes, exactly. They have those kind of scholarship for the specific kind of region in Asia. They don't offer it for Europeans or Americans or any kind of other places. Yeah.
Okay, so the scholarship, you could get a scholarship, right?
You can actually, as a student in Zhongshan, in Sun Yat-sen University in Guangzhou, you can get a scholarship, but scholarship doesn't mean that you can get the whole tuition fee covered. Some of them like 10%, some of them 20, 25, 50.
And it just depends on like what country you come from, right?
Yeah. For me, if I want to apply for a scholarship, I have to have like great scores of all subjects and stuff like that. And I can get like, for example, I've heard like people got like 10,000 RMB.
Per semester, or is that per year?
No, per year.
Per year, okay.
Yeah, for being
so
a
if
great.
it's like 48,000.
It's kind of bonus for you to be like a great student. It's like kind of encouragement, but that
That's
doesn't
cool.
count as a scholarship.
But can I get like a full scholarship?
No, I can't get that.
Oh,
That's
okay.
as I told you guys for East Asians.
Only East Asians. Okay.
Yes,
That's
yes,
cool.
absolutely.
Why are you an East Asian?
I wish I was.
Okay. So another question of mine is, can you live on campus, or can you just have to rent an apartment? Like, what's the choices you got as a medical student? in
Well,
China?
of course, every university has campus, so.
I mean, like
guess.
dormitories.
Yeah.
That's what I mean, yeah.
Yeah. So. You, of course, as a student, you have the right to live in a campus, but because our campus is, our dormitory, to be right, is not the best condition. So maybe you guys go around China and see campuses, but our campus really, guys, I don't recommend you to come and see it because it's really bad looking one. So that sucks, but you can
That'd
live
be
in-
actually kind of cool. Make a video just to
yeah,
show like. how
yeah,
it is.
absolutely, yeah. We have one funny story is like we have football field,
Yeah.
and they cut the football field half, and then they build something else on the other half. It's kind of really messy and very noisy, our campus. So
Oh, okay.
a lot of students like they complain about being noisy. And
Why
also,
is it noisy?
Because they're building things, they're building new buildings inside the campus, day
Oh,
and
I
night, day and
see,
night.
I
So
see. They're trying to develop the campus, but unfortunately, it's very noisy.
yeah, and one thing I want to also tell, like my campus, like so many students like complain noise, and also it's dirty. So like a lot of dust comes inside the dormitories, and when night comes and they want to sleep, they cough. And one of my friends suffered from that.
Oh,
and still now
unfortunately.
suffers. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, okay, that's interesting. So you live off campus. Actually, I made a video. If you guys didn't see the other video, I actually make a video of like how does this apartment look like. He actually lives in a nice older area of China. So if you want to check it out, just check out that video. It'd be awesome.
Sure.
Just gotta mute my phone a little bit.
Also, I wanna while you're checking your phone, I wanna clarify how much does it cost to live in campus. So in one room you can have 3 roomies. So one room, 3 people live inside the
3
room.
roommates, alright.
Yeah, and it costs you 5,500 RMB
Per year or
per year.
Oh, yeah, per
12 months. Yeah.
year. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Not bad. And like, so how do you like being a student? Like, do you have free time, or it's like every day you have to study for a few hours? What's like
Well,
the schedule? Like, how many hours do you have free a day? How many hours do you usually have to study?
so I think I should go deeper into that question, because a lot of people ask me, I'm a medical student in China. Is that easy? Is that hard? No, guys. Medicine everywhere is hard. So it depends on how you see the program. If you're really serious with the program, of course you're gonna dig in the books and try to study, do reading. It's medicine, guys. So medicine doesn't change. It's the same medicine. You gotta, But I want to tell you about our program is 6 years. The first year they focus on the Chinese language. So we study Chinese language.
So they teach you in Chinese or in English?
No, our program is fully in English, but
Okay.
we have Chinese language courses, Mandarin courses, because they prepare you for the 6th year. As I told you guys, internship. So internship.
Well,
is,
internship, the 6th year, you don't have to pay.
I have to pay, of course. It's still a.
But they also like, you have to pay the tuition, and then they pay you like a small amount of money. As
Doesn't no. They unfortunately they don't pay anything in a hospital.
Okay.
You're still a student in a hospital. So of course, when you go to the hospital, you need to see the Chinese patients, and you need to communicate with them in Chinese language.
Oh, that
So
makes sense.
They
why you
prepare
need to-
you
Chinese.
from first, second, and then also the third. First year, second year, you study the basic Mandarin language. So and then the third, fourth, you study the medical Chinese, which prepares you to they teach you the medical terms, how to communicate with patients in Chinese language. So that's awesome, guys.
So the Chinese language, like I know the standardized tests, like 6 you're an expert, 1 is like the basic one. It goes 1 through 6 for the test. So you being a doctor, if you wanted to practice in China, for example, as a foreigner, what level would you have to be at?
To get admitted into any Chinese university now in 2020, you have to reach level 4. If
Level
you reach 5, why not? I'm level 5. It's even better.
But you're not level 6.
I'm not level 6. I wish I could.
I'm just like,
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. So
Of course, everybody want to be better in language, but it takes time. It takes time, and also, you need also to communicate in Chinese too.
shit.
Daily.
你的中文怎么样？
中文很好。
Ah. Okay, well, we're gonna continue speaking in English. But then the other question I want to ask you is, okay, why do you still study Chinese if you're already at HSK5, which is like a higher level?
Of course, like my daily life, I don't communicate in Chinese language every day. So if I want to keep up with my Chinese language skills, I gotta do some daily readings or even communicate with Chinese friends
So that's
to
why
keep the
they
level
keep-
of
okay,
Chinese
I see.
language.
So they just want to make sure you don't lose your Chinese.
Of
ability.
course, you usually normally because you hang out with friends that speaks English here in China. Of course, you're not gonna hang out 100% with Chinese people, but
That's true.
then,
Sometimes.
yeah. So you have to keep up with your level.
Okay.
I'm actually also funny thing. I'm actually because I'm in Guangzhou, and Guangzhou is in Guangdong province, so they speak different type of
They
Chinese.
speak Cantonese.
They speak Cantonese. So I'm gonna show you guys a book that is awesome. I also bought this book to practice my Guangdong Hua, which means like Cantonese. I don't know if you guys see that.
Yeah. I think
学
Hey,
学
put it a little down.
广东话 广东语. Alright, so this hat comes with a CD, and I'm just like,
Is this like medical terms or what?
nah, it's just like how to speak.
Oh, okay,
How to
Cantonese.
speak Cantonese.
Because
So,
a lot
yeah,
of
that's awesome.
Yeah, because actually a lot of older people, maybe if you have patients, they're from Canton.
Yeah, they don't speak.
Mandarin, yeah.
No, the focus lost.
Is the focus here? Focus, come back.
Alright, wait, guys. Now we got it back.
Okay, the
Right.
focus is. Yeah, so yeah, a lot of people actually, unfortunately, in Guangdong region, they only speak Cantonese. They don't even speak Mandarin, or they speak Mandarin, but their Mandarin skills is not so good, like as foreigners.
They will normally tell you like, hey, wow, your Mandarin is even better than mine. Chinese native in Guangzhou, they say, oh, your Mandarin is better than mine, because they just speak totally different language. Cantonese and Chinese Mandarin is different languages.
So like, I want to ask you, like, how do you like being an international student? Or what's the pros and cons? Would you suggest, like me, I'm living in America, or I don't know, whoever is living in whatever country, whoever they see this video, would you suggest to them to come study in China? Or like, what's the pros and cons you see?
Well, after a couple of years being in China alone here, how to say, this question is kind of really big, and it can be a really whole like YouTube video on that. But
You just, maybe just like 2 or 3, like, oh, what's like 2 or 3 pros?
Of course.
Let's go with the cons and then the pros, okay?
Okay, so the cons here, as you all know, it's a different culture here in China. I think nobody can fit in and feel comfortable with China in general. I think, in my opinion, you're just gonna get used to things, but later on, more years you spend in China, more years you feel like, oh, it's not gonna work for me anymore here. It's just like here for a short term of time. It's not gonna be for a long term, in my opinion.
I see. So you feel like basically you don't feel settled down. In a way.
Yeah, I don't feel settled down, and also doesn't.
Okay, what's another
Like,
con?
Another
I know,
con-
guys. I don't want to be negative. I'm just trying to
Yeah.
get what he feels. Okay.
Another con is, of course, the food. The Chinese food is cheaper. Of course, as a student, I don't want to spend so much money on food.
That'd be probably a pro. Okay, anyways, go on.
Yeah. So the Chinese food, if you like Chinese food, that's awesome. But if you don't like it, I half. I sometimes like it, sometimes not. So, if I want to eat a Western food in Guangzhou costs a lot of money.
Yeah, you're gonna spend at least like $10, $12 for a decent meal.
Yeah, and if you want to like really have some great meal, that's gonna cost you even more, like up from 300 to 500. If you want to have great steak and stuff like that, you can't afford that.
300 RMB. I'll put it. It's like, I want to say like around the 30s. But let's say a decent meal, like a foreigner, you'd have to pay like $12, which is like around like 80 RMB,
Yeah.
85. So. Yeah, definitely.
So
Okay, what's like a third con, for example?
The third con, like you spend, it's Guangzhou and China in general now is getting more and more expensive, guys. It's expensive. Nobody believes that, but really expensive. You spend
Like-
a lot of money here.
For what, like taxis and then...
You gotta take taxis. Also, some great food if you want to go to. If you are also a night, if you like to hang out at night and stuff, you're gonna expect to spend even more. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because also Guangzhou is a first tier city in China. So first tier cities in China, they rank some of the cities like first tier, second tier, third tier. So in the first tier city like Beijing, Shanghai, Shenzhen, Guangzhou,
Yeah, absolutely.
you're gonna be spending a lot more.
Yeah.
Okay, but with such a big city, it's nice. Like
Of
Guangzhou
course
has
it's
14
big, yeah.
million people. Okay, what's like let's say what's some pros of living
Some
here?
pros, of course.
Like 3 pros. What's the number one?
People always around.
Definitely,
You're
it's
not gonna
always
feel lonely.
lively.
You're not gonna feel lonely, never. But of course, when it gets over the limit, over the balance of it, like you're gonna get like headache. Of course, if you are like a metro commuter, of course you're gonna feel like so many people every day around you.
It's nice sometimes to see people too.
Of course.
Okay, what's number 2?
Number 2, delicious Chinese food. Very authentic
Dumplings.
Chinese food. Amazing. You can whatever you want to eat, guys. Whatever you want to eat, you can find. Like if you from the simple to the extreme
This
level.
is noodle and rice heaven, all right?
Yeah.
Like I'm sure if you guys ever seen Food Ranger.
Noodles more.
Noodles.
Yeah.
You guys, it's delicious noodles. You see them like hand pull the noodles. I wanna actually show you guys like a video. Pretty soon on my channel I'll show you guys how to like the hand pull noodles. It's delicious. And it's cheap too. What is it, like hand pull noodles is like
13
RMB, which
Yeah.
is about $2. That's amazing. Go on.
Yeah, it's just like boiling. It's like noodles boiled in water in like a meat soup.
Yeah, meat.
They don't add meat on it, just like noodles.
Yeah, they have some meat and like some vegetables.
Some
Go on.
dried meat.
Well, it's tasty too. So, but sometimes.
Some places.
Okay, let's see. What's another one? Yeah, okay. What's another pro?
Another pro I think is learning. Not everybody has the opportunity to go alone, travel alone, guys, and see another
Culture.
And also China is very far from Europe. Like it's totally different. Everything. I remember the first day I came here, I had the face mask on, because my dad told me, hey, you know, China has a lot of like pollution, so take fast mask on, and I felt how heavy the air is. Even when you wear like a mask, you feel it's very heavy, polluted. You feel like, oh, it's so huge. Everything here is so huge. Like, guys, I'm talking about
buildings
Sweden.
here are so tall.
Let's talk about like airports, guys. Any airport in China, even the smallest city in China, is like equal to like Stockholm airport, Arlanda, you know. So like train station here looks like airport, and airports in China look like really, I don't know.
Yeah, I'd say everything is like,
it's like
on
a whole
bigger
city.
Scale. Yeah, everything is on a bigger
like
scale.
10 times even bigger than anything.
It's I think if you're at bachelor, like a single person, it's nice. Everything's fast paced here. What would you say? Like,
very fast, guys. The days goes fast, time goes fast, and also they build up really fast. They try to, you know, be number one, and
which is a very nice thing. You know,
Yeah.
just for like their society has grown in such a small amount of time, so very big.
yeah.
So awesome. So would you like to add anything else to this video? Like, at the end of the day, if I was to come to China and I want to study anything, medicine, engineering, would you suggest me to come here?
As it's 2000 and we are approaching 2020, guys, now. So I'm gonna just say, as we are in 2020, I think if I want to tell you if it's good to come to China or not, yes, it's good to come to China, I think. Because you've got to learn so many things. I've learned so many things. I grew up here, so. But study-wise, education-wise, I don't fully tell you guys to come over here to study.
So it's basically like personal opinion?
Don't take a major here, I think. If you want to come over to China, learn the Chinese language and also study the Chinese culture.
Oh,
that would be
nice.
awesome, yeah. But don't take a major here, because
takes too long, or
you can't be in China for such a long time, like 6 or 7 years and stuff like that. I think nobody likes it. The pro about it also is, while you're in China, it grows you up as a person, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, definitely. Even me, just living here for a few years, I just learned many things. I learned the language, different culture. Just visiting a new, unique place. It just opens up your mind to like how different people think.
Yeah.
Or maybe one time I thought of something like a certain angle, now I could look at it at a different angle. So it's very nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's about it, guys. Anything else? Last comments.
I want to tell you guys, this topic is really long, so this video might be short for you. Maybe we didn't get your answer covered. So if you have any questions, really, guys, we're here to serve you. Just like type them in the comment section, and we're gonna do part 2 for sure. If you have more questions about that, we're gonna go more into details on everything you guys want.
Yeah. Okay. So hit the like button as always.
Absolutely.
And subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that subscribe.
What are you
button.
waiting for? Subscribe.
Yeah, and just share it if you wanna share with a friend if they wanna come to China, or anyone else who might be interested in coming to China. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
And if you guys have any other questions or anything regarding this video or another video that I did before, just let me know about it, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace. Guys. And thank you for this nice interview.
My pleasure, my man.
All right. Bye, guys.
Okay. Wow, that was good actually, man. More than expected.